Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish. Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
We're live! Hello. Welcome, everyone. It is Thirsty Thursday. Thank you, Mary Ann. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. Yes, it's my birthday. This is 63, y'all. Right here. Fully embracing it. Loving every minute of it. And I'm delighted to be here. And I'm delighted that you're here as well, too. There's my girl, Janet and Elizabeth. Thank you, guys. So much. I haven't really checked on Facebook yet. I've just been seeing my Facebook has been lighting up a little bit. Hi, Martha. But it's all good, man. What's my alternative, right? I'm not one of those to make a lot of fuss about age. Every once in a while, I kind of go, yikes. But I'm totally embracing it. Thank you, Priscilla. Lucy, good to see you. Rachel, thank you. Marguerite, Denise, nice to see you. Martha's here too. Look at everybody. You guys are all here. Janet, thank you. Emily, thank you. If I miss anybody, forgive me. Thanks, Joanne. You're so sweet. Anyway, I'm cold. Here it is in the middle of spring and I'm really cold. Thank you. You like this? This is your basic Amazon thing. I just wanted a blue one, a blue cozy, and it's got the kangaroo pocket. Of course, it is not flattering. Can I just tell you, it is not flattering. Emily's in the process of getting back on track. Well, we're in the process of welcoming you back. Trisha, thank you for calling me a young thing. Jocelyn, hello. Good to see you. I am a young thing. Heck yeah, sure, I'll do that. Any day of the week. Lucy, I would never shoot you. You're the best. How could I ever do that? This is our quote of the week, y'all. The past is a great teacher, but a horrible landlord. Don't live there, right? Am I right, Gloria? Hi, Shelly. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Trisha. I'm glad you like this color. This color, it is a pretty color, though. I do love I love a lovely blue. So I'm glad you're all here. Today we're going to go into the weeds, shall we, about meditation. Yeah. Thank you, Gloria. Appreciate that. And thank you to all of you who've said happy birthday to me. Birthdays are funny things. It took me years to finally just say, who cares? I used to dread them and worry about them. It's so silly, really, because honestly, what are the options? If you don't celebrate a birthday, what are the options? Amen. Emily says she loves her hot melt sisters. Of course you do. There's our girl, Lily. Very, very good. So glad you do. And Susan, thank you. Lovely. Lizzie just got her notification. Of course. Everything is slow when it comes to Facebook. But I'm really excited to talk about meditation today because it has been one of the needle movers in my life. It has been one of the things that really held me together through some really tough times. And it absolutely part of my bookends. I tell you about the bookends, which are my rituals in the morning and then again in the evening. It's taking the concept of routines and elevating them to this place of sacredness And when we do this, can you believe it? How everything changes when we start to see life as sacred and the things that we do as sacred actions? It's really different, very different. Look at all of you 40 and 50. Oh, you little tiny peanuts. Hey, Susan, good to see you. Thank you so much. Hi, Carol. I'm glad you're here. Gwen's here too. Look at you. There's my girl, Diane. Thank you, sweet Diane. You're so lovely. And Rachel's here. Look at everyone. Are we going to have a good time or what? I love it when you all show up the way that you do. And, I can always tell, you not only show up, but you're actually paying attention, which is really cool. Oh my goodness, you got your Take Back Your Life journal. Listen, we just sent a whole bunch more this morning, hoping they're going to get there in time. But listen, priorities, it's going out priority mail. We're doing everything that we can on our part to get them out to you. So if you haven't gotten yours yet and you're thinking, shoot, might not get here by Saturday. Well, the next Saturday after that, we're also having a workshop. So we have 2 back-to-back workshops, and you're invited to come to both. You're invited to watch on replay, whatever you need to do, but you just need to get your journal. That's at savingdinner.com/journal. This is what it looks like, by the way. Isn't it so pretty? Yay. Yay. Hi, Angie. And who else? You didn't get your homework page? It's in your email, Carol. It's in your email. When you buy your, I don't know what I did with my homework page, but when you purchase your journal, you get a receipt, and in the receipt is where your homework page is. If you don't have it, send us email into support@savingdinner.com and say, can you send me my homework? Because here's the thing. First of all, we don't do customer service here. As much as we love you, it doesn't work out real well for us, right? So we need the proper channels. So send to support@savingdinner.com. We will get it right to you. I promise you. And this is such a glorious, beautiful thing. Amber just knocked it out of the park. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. And it's absolutely beautiful with all this watercolor, and everything about it is gorgeous. And this is for 12 weeks because we're condensing your goals into 12 weeks. That's all. That's all I'm going to say for right now. You just need to go read the page and understand what this journal does, how it's different, and how it's going to propel you into the vibrant life that you want to live. It's up to you to make that decision whether or not you want to join us. But I will be doing workshops so they really get into the weeds of what it is that you're doing. But you're going to need that homework, because that's really going to help you to get the wheels turning in your head. That's at savingdinner.com/journal, right? I'm just saying. Hey, there's my girl Flynn. Good to have you here. Hi, Steph. Yes, Steph got hers, and it is beautiful, isn't it? I think, don't you feel this way, that when something's beautiful, you really love using it. You really adore using it. And it speaks to you. That's what this does. The beauty of the color and everything about it. And, we've taken it to the next step too. We've done the same thing with our quote deck, which is also beautiful. And you can see right here, this is the little stand that comes with it. Look at that. There's the color there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Also designed by our Amber. This says old keys won't open new doors, because this is what's been speaking to me. When you want to fall back into the old thinking, you need a reminder. Like, don't do that. That's not going to get you where you want to go. Because here's the thing, I've said this to you so many times. And by the way, you can find these quote decks at savingdinner.com/quote. Strong recommendations. This is how you set up your environment success for success. But having these things around you gives your brain an opportunity to register something new. It gives you an opportunity to start plugging in all the goodness that you want. We have gaps. We all do. We all have a gap. We're here and we want to go there. Well, you got a bridge to build. And to build that bridge, you got to pull out every tool in the toolbox. And we have several of them. Our biggest one, of course, is that journal, which, again, just introduced, and we've sold hundreds of them. And my goal is to bring 1 million women into this community. I believe that there are more than 1 million women who are underserved, who feel invisible, who feel looked over and passed by. It grieves my soul. It grieves me. We aren't invisible. We have wisdom. We have things in us. We're looking at building that gap. That's who we are. So I want you, if you want to give me a birthday present, send me a testimonial. Send me a testimonial on how this show has worked for you, how our tools have helped you, supplements, whatever. But I want to know. That would be the biggest thing that you can do. Words of encouragement, words of affirmation. That's my love language. I love that. And I really believe this. I woke up with this morning, that my mission on this earth is to bring everyone into the fold that is feeling like they're left out, ignored, passed by. You're not a number to me. You are a person. You're Marianne, you're Emily, you are Lily and Helen, lovely Helen and Rena. You're my women. You're part of our family. You're important. And there's women out there that are outside of this bubble that we have, and it is a bubble, that don't know that don't know that they're loved, they're cared about, and that someone's got their back. Somebody wants them in their circle. So think about that. And if you have something that you want to give me, a testimonial that you want to send our way, it's going to light me up and make me cry. I appreciate it. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway, our mugs too. We have these lovely little mugs, and the mindful mugs can be found at savingdinner.com/mug. Now, they are part of our whole toolkit of making us more mindful of our environment, cues, things that help us to remember to do the next right thing. Because as we do these next right things, we are building our toolbox, we're building our pantry, we're building our strength, our tenacity. Have you noticed that? I've noticed that so much. Anyway, Simone, we will definitely pray for your husband, of course. I'm throwing that out there, and maybe that's, I've never sat there and said, hey, send me testimonials before. But at this point, you know what? I'm going to ask for them. You know why? Because I want them. I want to know how we're moving the needle in your life. I want to know, are we doing the right thing? I want to know if you have an idea of something that you'd like to see happen. Because everything that we do is to serve. And when I say we, I'm talking about me. I am talking about Amber. I am talking about our Jenny. I'm talking about Mark. We work hard to do the things that we do so that we can serve. So if there's something that we're doing right, let us know. If there's something we need to change, let us know. If there's something we need to add, I'm listening. All right? Deal? Okay. So I think that's everything that we have. What else do we need? Oh, the Vibrant Body Detox is our supplement of the week. And by the way, we're starting this on Monday. Yay! This is gentle, vibrant body detox. It really is gentle. People keep asking me, do I need to be close to a bathroom? No, you don't. It's not that kind of a thing. This is a supplement that supports the detoxification that your body's already performing every single day. That's all. It's supportive, so it's like wearing a bra. How do you like that? The girls come up, and that's what this does. This just helps to support your liver, your kidneys, your pancreas, your spleen, the whole process. Helps with everything. So it's a very cool thing. I think you should check it out. savingdinner.com/show. And I forgot, also we'll send you our one pot meals, which by the way are just ridiculously fabulous. Hi, Carla Joe. Yes, you do need to start watching us daily. We're here for you. We are here. I'm an anchor in life storms for you. Bless you. I'm delighted. I am delighted. I will take that. Thank you for that. That's so sweet. I think that's everything, right? So we've been creating mindfulness all week. Hi, Jay. Good to see you. We've been creating mindfulness all week. Oh, and don't forget, yes, questions and answers are on Fridays. That's tomorrow. Today's your day to send in those questions, by the way. Send them to support@savingdinner.com. Question for Leanne on Friday in the subject line, and we'll get taken care of. Yes, we love puppy photos. My gosh, have you seen what I've been doing? My poor dog. He's a mess. Lincoln. He's 14 weeks old and just a whole lot. He's a whole lot dog. Whole lot of dog. So much fun. Aw, Mimi. I feel blessed to have you in my life. Thanks for being here. Linda hit her 30-pound mark today. 3 sizes down. Aren't you just so excited? So proud of you, Linda. Good job. Mm-hmm. So I've got tea in my full blue mug. I've got hot melt mix in my sweet glass. Look at Jenny gave me this. Isn't that so sweet? Yeah. It's supposed to be a wine glass, but it's my hot melt mix glass. I drink it out of it almost every day. Love that glass. We're going to talk about Wednesday. I told you yesterday on Wise Women's Wednesday, we're going there on meditation. You know, meditation, I talk about it all the time, right? I talk about it all the time. But I talk about it all the time because it is such a needle mover. It is the one thing, it is a pillar in changing my life, in changing my mind, in changing the way I viewed things, in seeing people and where they are. It's how we got to this place of so mission oriented and to serve, because I saw the need. It was just so obvious to me. But that was the result of so much meditation. I was asked a while ago, what I just said to you a minute ago, I was asked a while ago, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to serve women who feel like they're not being seen anymore. That's who I want to serve. I want to help women who aren't trying to be bikini models, but are trying to live vibrant lives. That's who I want to serve. And funny, here we are, right? All together doing this, doing it together too. So one of the things that I did a little deep dive into this whole thing about meditation, and I found a multitude of studies. Harvard Medical tells us that mindfulness, obviously, boosts the brain's capacity to reduce stress and to reduce anxiety. We talked about that a little bit yesterday, right? Thanks, Shauna. I appreciate that. But mindfulness also promotes self-regulation, so that you close your mouth instead of opening it up and regretting it later, so that you have a little bit more self-control. Empathy, so that you see a need and you fill it, not in a way that you're doing it as a martyr, but you're doing it as an act of love. It's just something that you do. It gives you a better sense of yourself, in the sense that you see yourself for who you are, fearfully and wonderfully made, magnificent, the apple of God's eye, a daughter of the King. I mean, when we start to see ourselves that way, that we're made on purpose, for purpose, and that it is no accident that we're here, then we have a very much better sense of ourselves, and that we are here to do good work. We are, and we're all here to do good work. We also get a better regulation of emotions. Amen. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I could pop off pretty easy. I had a short fuse. And I have a lot of time. I mean, I can think back. I'm not doing this on purpose, but I can think back on all the times that I said things that were just unnecessary, ugly, and extraordinarily sharp. So I was told one time, this is a long time ago, that I had a sharp tongue. And a sharp tongue is nothing to be proud of. And having a quick comeback is nothing to be proud of if it leaves, collateral damage on the other end. And being sharp like that, and being that quick to just boom, boom, is something. Not only is it something that you don't want to be proud of, but it's also with all the damage that it does and the hardness that it causes in your heart. Can you imagine? That's nothing I want to touch. Meditation has helped with this a lot. It has brought me to a much softer place, a much kinder place, and where I will also just mind my tongue and just let things go. Not bottle up emotions, but just to let things go, because I think, you know how it is when somebody comes at you and you just want to take down everything. No, you said this and this, that, and the other thing. And think about how exhausting that is. Think about it when instead, what if we can change our minds and make a decision instead to say, you know what? They probably didn't mean that. You know what? It's not as big a deal as I'm making it into. You know what? I'm going to let that go. Out of love, I'm going to let that go. I did that today with Mark. He was just like, no, he's not. We're talking about the dog walking around with a piece of cardboard. And I said, see, we need to move this. And he's eating that. And he said, well, I don't see a bite in the box. And I said, well, it's somewhere. And then you know what he said? He's just like, well, I don't see it. I mean, he's frustrated, right? Because he's trying to do the right thing and I'm complaining about something. And I thought, well, I could get up in his face and say, stop yelling at me. It's my birthday. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to let that go. Why? Does he not deserve to be confronted by that? Does this mean that I don't have a voice in my life? No, it meant that it's so trivial and so dumb. Who cares about it? Right? Do we care? No, we don't care about it at all. You know why we don't care about that? Because it doesn't matter in the big scheme of things. You can still have a voice in your life. You can still have the things that you want in your life. You can still tell people, have people temper the way they speak to you. But at any point, you can allow things to be let go of. You can. And meditation is one of the tools that got me to that place of letting go of everything, because I was like a pit bull. I wouldn't let go of anything. And now I let go of so many things, right? You get where I'm going with that. So mindfulness then is what we're after, but it is fast-tracked by, ta-da, meditation. Meditation does that for you, because meditation brings an all new awareness to yourself, to your beautiful self that we talk about in such a grand way. So let's talk about this, because everything that I'm going to talk about today is all based on research. This has been researched. Meditation has been researched just as much as curcumin, for heaven's sakes. Isn't that fascinating? I love that they've done that. So number one thing that it does, it sharpens your attention. It brings your attention to things that maybe you would have missed, maybe a nuance in the way they're speaking. We need to be able to pay attention so that we can be mindful. We can't be mindful if we're not paying attention. If everything's just passing us by, we're not going to be mindful. But what meditation does is helps us to sharpen our attention so that we're seeing things, we're hearing the nuance, we're being able to be the women that we want to be. Not only that, but also to lead a vibrant life. Vibrancy is found in the details. Did you notice that? It is found in the details. It's found in the moments of our lives. It's found in delighting over your child's, whatever. Your child's trying to put on her socks. You're laughing at your puppy. It's found in these little tiny moments. It's not the great big things. Vibrancy is found in the moment. And when we are purposely meditating so that we can be in touch with our beautiful self, so we can be connected with our higher self, with God, with our compassion, our empathy, all the things inside of us that's so beautiful. This is the part of us that we so neglect in the quest of that, elusive jean size or the right color of lipstick, or, making sure that our house looks like home garden, home beautiful or whatever. We could get wrapped up in all of that, or we can bring ourselves right back into the center of who we are and connect with that. That's what happens when we sharpen our attention. When we sharpen our attention, we become better people, period. Number two, and you remember what we talked about yesterday too, is that we discussed being aware but not caught up, noticing but not complaining. That's all part of this. And it's all part of mindfulness fast tracking, or meditation fast tracking us into that mindful place. This is especially important. Elizabeth said it. Yes, it's especially important to people with ADHD. And I can attest to that, being a survivor of that for so many years. But it is absolutely, it needs to be 100% a thing that you do. If you are ADHD and all over the place, just like I am, then you need this. This is your anchor. This is what we hold on to. Number two, mindfulness cools an inflammatory response. Now, I made that part up. But fear, in my opinion, is inflammatory, isn't it? It inflames and lights up the parts of our lives that we don't want lit up. Let me explain that a minute. When we understand about inflammatory food, and if you've been around with me for a long time, you understand exactly what inflammation is. And if you've done the sprint and you've seen what you started with and what you ended with, you know what inflammation is when it dissipates, right? Amen? The pain goes with it. Well, when we apply mindfulness to fear, the fear flees, the fear leaves, the fear goes, because the amygdala calms its little butt down and decides, again, to make a connection. It's a neural connection to your prefrontal cortex. This is the wisdom right here. Your prefrontal cortex has the ability to do abstract thinking, to think beyond just, I'm hungry, I need to go to the bathroom, or just bodily function. And it thinks in complex terms. It thinks, what if, it thinks beyond the things that we normally think. It's amazing what happens. And the thing that I love about this so much is that it not only does it calm that fear down, it also rewards us with the feel-good hormones, the serotonin, the dopamine, and all of that. Doesn't that just light you up? This is what happens when we bring meditation into our daily rituals. We create sacred places for these rituals to happen, for our journaling, for our prayer time, for our reading, for all the things. And we put meditation right there first and foremost. It brings us back to center, and the rest of it just comes so much easier. So we increase the connections, and we become less reactive, calmer, easier to recover from stress. All of this, again, fast-tracked because of meditation. Isn't that amazing? This is what happens. I believe it's God's tapping you on the shoulder and saying, let's jam here, because this is, in my opinion, is almost a form of prayer. It's just allowing and connecting and making a decision not to just start the whole hand wringing, here comes my day thing. It doesn't need to be that way. I am going to teach you how to meditate very quickly. I'm not going to do a meditation right now, but if you were part of Full Bloom, we meditated at the front and we meditated at the back. You can watch that. But there are just so many things that we can do to help this whole meditation process. It makes all the difference. So number 3 is meditation helps to increase our empathy. We become mindful. Now, based on research, that's what this is all based on research. You know what? I have a red alert for everyone. The whole world does not pivot around you or me. It is not all about us. Now, for a lot of people, going from being a very self-centered 3-year-old to being a full-grown woman who still thinks that the world pivots around them, that's a sad situation. And no wonder there's so much frustration and angst with their lives, because there hasn't been a time to really get into that central place of developing wonderful, abundant empathy for others in this world. and seeing things through their eyes, walking in their shoes. We haven't had to do, if you think about it, we've been so privileged, really. And please, please just understand when I say that, it's just the truth. Just look at us. We've hot water right on the spigot. We have roofs over our heads. Some of us have very extravagant, very expensive roofs over our heads, but we all have a roof over our heads. We have a connection to each other through the internet, which I think is pretty much divine, because otherwise, how would we connect? But the studies are amazing. And you know what the studies have shown? That there is less prejudice toward homeless people and more empathy when the person begins a meditation. I think about that too, because I once upon a time, I used to say, well, they just need to get a job and blah, 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 and boot, boot, boot. And now I look at this homeless person and I say, that's someone's child. That's someone's sister or brother. That's somebody who has a story and they ended up here. What happened? That's empathy speaking, not go get a job. People, if I say it's probably going to get misconstrued as being political, but I think about people who are coming to this country and what they go through to get here and why. And I think, what would it be like to be in their shoes? The fear and the things that they do. Now, it's all not people like that. There's a whole lot of corruption going on. I'm not blind to it. But I think about the mama and just risking everything to do what she has to do for her children. I haven't had to do that. Have you? The empathy grows when you meditate. Seeing somebody else through a different pair of eyes, not your own. Having the heart to love, even though you don't understand, is what empathy is. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing that every human on the planet can develop if they so choose. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? They say they found this too with people, with the elderly, people of color, people of different gender, whatever. Lack of empathy is the thing that separates us from our divine humanness and our connection to God. And this is how we develop that, and we become truly loving, truly loving. Number 4, it buffers the inflammatory response, right? It literally buffers the inflammatory response in your body, right? It increases telomerase, which is an enzyme which increases the longevity of each cell, which in turn, what does that turn into? Better longevity. You live longer. You get to be the sage and the wise woman, the old wise woman. They'll say, oh yeah, go talk to her. She's that old lady up the street, but she's pretty smart. She knows her stuff. And she's really kind, very empathetic, loving. She's a meditator, That's what they'll say. So there's a good way to start. And you can find this on YouTube all over the place, but it's called a body scan meditation. And I do this at the end of all of my meditations when I do my meditation in the morning. And I scan my body for aches and pains or whatever's going on. And also, I've got a wonky thyroid. So I always am aware of my thyroid, and I bless it and love it and encourage it to be in healing and in harmony. I am one of the rare ones, by the way, who has been able to say 5 years ago, I walked away from Hashimoto's and in remission for all these years. It doesn't happen to everyone. I believe that my meditative practice is one of the things, one of the cogs in the wheel that made this happen. So a body scan, it brings awareness to each part of your body. So there's the thing you need to do is this is how you become mindful and understand that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And 2, this is how you reconnect with your body when you have a body scan. And just do a body scan meditation. Just love yourself up. Meditate on your feet. Feel your toes. Wiggle them around a little bit and then go up to your kneecaps and say, and you can also insert prayer in there. I've done it. Thank you, God, for my knees. They work. In my world, with my age, I see all kinds of people getting, replacement joints and what have you. And I'm just thankful and grateful. I've got all my original parts. They're all here. The only thing I've got missing is tonsils and wisdom teeth. So the other thing is that reconnecting of your body is everything, because the benefits of this are, I'm just going to read through them really quickly. They're improved sleep, and actually this whole body scan can improve insomnia. So do that. You can just do it. And again, YouTube, the University of YouTube, amazing stuff. Great place to get all that helpful information. It helps reduce stress, helps you become more mindful. We talked about that. Increasing your own self-compassion and reducing pain. It can help reduce pain. So that is absolutely huge. You know, kind of graphic, and you who've had babies can certainly recognize this. I was struggling to have, when I was having Caroline, she was 9 pounds, 13 ounces, first baby, hard to get out. And I finally started to visualize her little head, you know, just coming on out. And that's when it happened. That visualization and that I prayed, I meditated, I did breath work, of course, and I just saw all of this happening. You can do that with meditation. That's part of the whole body scan. So how do you meditate? I've got 7 things, and they're just quick, easy things to do. Number 1, choose a place to sit, and sit carefully. You don't have to sit on the floor in a lotus position. That's nonsense. But just sit in a chair, uncross your legs, put your hands just gently on your lap, kind of like this, you know, not your hands all woven up and whatever. Just sit and choose wisely, as in choose a place where you're not going to get interrupted, you know, find a time and a place. Number 2 is breathe. Start just to kind of calm things down. This also works, by the way, with your entire nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system, and literally calms things down and suppresses cortisol. So it's a big helpful thing. Breathe in to the count of 8, hold it for 3, breathe out through the nose, all through the nose. Just do it. Just do that breath and just concentrate on the breath. That's all. Number 3 is notice. And when I say notice, just notice your breath, notice the calm, notice your shoulders. Are your shoulders all up and tight? Just notice your body just for a minute, just to calm and be calm. And then 4, what you'll notice, especially if you're brand new to meditating, and then all of a sudden you're starting to think of grocery list things, and I got to pick up so-and-so and what have you. I've got 2 solutions for that. One is you bubble the thought. And that is, as the thought comes up, oh, I've got to add artichokes to the grocery list, put a bubble around it, let it go, and be confident that it's going to come back there. Or if you have things that are coming back, then don't bubble your thought necessarily, but instead write it down. So have a piece of paper and a pencil available to you so that you can do either one of those. But after notice, you're going to want to, number 4, bubble your thoughts, and then write them down if necessary, if it makes you feel better. Don't worry. It's not like you're going to break the bubble, break the spell of meditation. You're just trying to get things taken care of so you can go back right away to where you were. Number 5, give yourself a time limit. 5 minutes is adequate for your first time around. Increase it to 10, increase it to 15 if you want. I meditate for 10 minutes in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon when I've got a project that I'm working on or whatever it is that I'm doing. Lots of meditation when I was doing Full Bloom, because there's a lot there, and it gives you that opportunity to really put the whole thing into it helps to calm you and get you into that place of being a thinker and into focus and flow. Number 6, and as you started, just breathe. You can breathe through it. You can just start the breath and end the breath and allow it to go. I use music a lot, and I use music and not guided. I just use music to just calm myself. You can find apps all over the place. I use brain.fm. That's a paid app that I pay $49, I think, a year for. Well worth it. Well worth it. This music also researched and developed so that it's going to help with all the things that we're talking about. And then number 7, if you really want to do a deep dive into this, go to YouTube. YouTube's really done a really nice job of doing this. Try a guided meditation, try an unguided meditation. Either way, if you commit and try meditating, you will find yourself in really great company. Jesus was a huge meditator. You can read it all about it in his life. He spent time, and then he spent time with the Lord as well. And you can do both at the same time. You know, meditation is the only limitations of meditation are the ones that you put up. You can do anything that you want with it. Meditation has the ability to change your mind literally and to change your life, to calm you down and to give you better control over everything that you're trying to do. And also, it is the gateway, the door opening. It is the brand new door because, listen, old keys will never open new doors. You want a vibrant life? This is the new door and the new keys. You like that? Amen. Marianne says amen. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, all the birthday wishes and everything else, you guys are just simply the best. I love you and appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow for Q&A. Don't forget, send them in to support@savingdinner.com. Question for Leanne on Friday. Got to do it today so I can get them for tomorrow. I appreciate you all. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up. Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.